Ben Preston Hot Toys reviews, and as the music already probably showed you, I am reviewing the Guardians of the Galaxy Star-Lord 12-inch figure from Hot Toys. So this is borrowed from my brother, so thanks a lot for that. And this one of his figures, actually, he did keep the shipper, which is really cool, so that helps me out a lot. Thank you. So, as you can see, just the shipper. Now I'm just going to lift this up and take the actual box out. Okay, so here we are with the actual box. So on the top it says Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, what I really like about this box is that it's just, in a word, funky. It's just really, you know, purple and yellow, and just all the colours are beautiful. So at the top it says Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy, picture of Star-Lord firing his guns, and it says MMS 255, Star-Lord 1/6 scale collectible figure, movie masterpiece Hot Toys. Has a massive G around Star-Lord. I'm not sure what this is for, and I assume it's for Guardians, maybe. Then on the side it says MMS 255, Star-Lord 1/6 scale collectible figure. Same on the other side. On the top it just says Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Same on the bottom. Then on the back it's got that massive G again with all the warning things and the barcode and the Ravager logo and the Nova logo. So now we're just going to take out this outer cardboard box, which is kind of tight. I don't know why. Then as you can see, now we have the figure inside with this window display. Now this box is really nice because it shows you the feet. So it's 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot. So it's kind of like the lineup that they had in the prison. And on the back, once again, you just get the cast and crew, Hot Toys Presents Movie Masterpiece series. Then on the other side, it says MMS 255 Star-Lord 1/6 scale collectible figure. Top, Guardians of the Galaxy. Bottom, Guardians of the Galaxy. So now I'm just going to crack the figure out of its packaging, and we're going to show you the figure with all its accessories. Okay, so here we are with the figure open up and out of the packaging. So as you can see, once again, like all my other reviews, stood in quite a neutral pose. So let's start with the accessories, mainly hands, 2 fitted hands on the figure, 2 trigger hands, and 1 right grabbing hand for the orb. Well, the light orb, because I didn't buy the Sideshow exclusive, or my brother didn't buy the Sideshow exclusive because it's too expensive, but we'll get to my opinion on that later on. So it also comes with the Star-Lord iconic mask, 2 guns, 1 for each hand, and they are actually coded to left and right, but I'll discuss that later. The Walkman that should be, the headphones should be orange, and that should be blue. That looks a bit more like a purple to me. But as you can see inside, it's actually got the, it's only a picture, but it actually does look really real. It looks like it's an actual tape. Then you get his little satchel, and then you get the light orb. Now, as I was saying a minute ago, the Sideshow exclusive comes with the orb that contained the Infinity Stone, and as a reviewer, that was a bad decision. Putting that as a Sideshow exclusive was wrong to collectors. That was just completely wrong. That's an Infinity Stone that shapes the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. That should not have been a Sideshow exclusive. I don't see the point in a Sideshow exclusive, to be honest, because certain people can't really get them. Like, if I was to buy one, it'd add an extra at least £50 onto the price because of shipping costs. So yeah, but anyway, this is a review of this figure, and I'm not concentrating on that at the moment. So now I'm just going to put him in a pretty cool pose for you guys, just to show him off with a couple of his accessories. Okay, so now I've got the figure with a couple of his accessories on. As you can see, he's got the Walkman on his belt. He's got the light orb just in his hand, fisted hand still on there. And then, I'm falling out, I've got the guns in the holsters on his hip. So yeah, that's it really. Now we're just going to move on to articulation and then my final verdict. Okay, so now moving on to articulation. As you can see, I've got the figure just here with the Chris Pratt head sculpt on. So as you can see, it's a great likeness to Chris Pratt. If you look just behind his ears, oh no, sorry, it's the other ear. Just behind his right ear, he has the little piece that he touches in the film so that a mask comes over his face. So that's an awesome, awesome detail. The coat is, I think it's removable, but it'd seem like a bit of a pain. And he doesn't come with the shorter leather jacket. But the coat is also wired, so you can have it in some really cool, you know, poses like it's blowing in the wind, which is an amazing touch, I've got to be honest. There's also these little details like patches that he's added in himself, like this one here and this one here and this one just under here. And also the coat, the detail on the coat, how damaged it is just incredible. So now we're going to move on to articulation. The Chris Pratt head sculpt can move, I think it could fully rotate. It's just that I'm not going to do it because of the collar of the jacket. You can go down that much and up that much, and it can tilt side to side. Okay, so his arm can go up about that much, which is really impressive considering the leather jacket. He has a bicep rotation, kind of. It's quite stiff, but yeah, he does. He can bend his arm really well, actually. That's a really good rotation just there. And then his wrists rotate slightly, but every time I try and rotate them, the hands seem to pop out. Then he's got a pretty good ab crunch, gotta be honest. That's a really good ab crunch, forward and back. It can tilt side to side. His leg can lift up about that much, bend at 2 points at the knee, up to there. And his foot has, well, his feet have no articulation at all. It just kind of rotates just a bit with the entire leg. Also, as you can see on the bottom, he has his thrusters and then the little button here so that he clicks it and then the thrusters activate. Also, he has his gun holder, which I've already explained. And is there anything else I need to go over? Yes, there is. The buttons on the jacket, if you just look right there, one of the buttons has come off. Now, Hot Toys actually supplies the figure with extra buttons, so they're aware of the issue, but they just choose not to fix it, which is kind of poor, to be honest. But then again, how much can they actually do about it? So the figure, surprisingly, with this leather jacket, which is lovely, by the way, it feels really, really nice to the touch, but it does also feel quite expensive, and you know, you don't want to kind of miss any of the pieces off it. So yeah, with the articulation considering the leather jacket is really good. So now we're going to move on to my final verdict of the figure. Okay, so now moving on to my final verdict to the figure. And I'm really proud of this pose. So as you can see, I've got him with my gun, the guns. Just one angled out and then one just behind him. It's kind of in a running pose. Even though it's a cradle stand, you can actually get him in pretty cool dynamic poses like this. I've got the light on the Star-Lord head sculpts box in the background. Now, my final verdict on the figure. There's not much I can say to actually put it down. The only thing I will say is that I wish that they included another Chris. I know it's quite a lot to ask, but I wish they would have included another Chris Pratt head sculpt instead of just the smirking one. Because if you want to get him in a battle pose, it's going to look a bit. I know you get the Star-Lord one, but if you want to put him in a battle pose with the Chris Pratt head sculpt on, something like this, just as a spare, would have been a bit better. Another thing I could ask for, just looking at the box now, is just little, I don't know, something just to come out that you can attach just to come out at the end of that, like in a pose like this, because it just looks like he's getting ready to fire his guns and not actually firing them. The buttons need to be fixed. I think that's just really annoying that one of them's came off. Other than that, nothing really. I'm just excited to see what they bring in the newly announced title, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I think that's a really cool title. So yeah, we're just going to see whatever comes out of that. But this figure, I can completely recommend it. There's just, I've got to be honest, absolutely nothing wrong with it. I wouldn't really change much about it, to be honest. Just add little extra things on, but nothing should really be changed. So thanks for watching this video. Like, subscribe and comment, and I'll catch you in the next video, which should be Iron Patriot coming soon. But thanks for watching this review of the Star-Lord figure, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay classy.